Hey yo, I'm the Noodle Hunter, and today I've got something from the land of Japan. Inspired by a Cantonese noodle dish, Wonton Noodles by the company Maruchan. Weighing in at 117 grams of dry weight and a calorie content of approximately 520, this is my father's favorite soup noodle flavor. I remember reviewing something similar behind a Lawson convenience store. You can find that video in the description box below. According to Wikipedia, you can find this noodle dish in various parts of Asia. It includes Hong Kong, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, etc. To be honest though, I've only had these flavored noodles in a dodgy Asian restaurant in Australia. So it'd be very interesting how the Japanese has recreated this Cantonese dish. So, I think it's time for a taste test. Inside we have, of course, the noodles, and the color of those noodles kind of look like dodgy cheap Woolworths noodles. Or you know how you get those budget noodles? Ooh, looks kind of dank, but I'm sure it'll taste quite great. It also includes the wontons. Now that's pretty awesome. I think there's about 4 of them. This one's a bit broken though. Aww. I think I can also see bits of corn and meat as well. Includes this kind of, I believe, oily sauce. I'm not sure what it is, I can't read Japanese. And of course the soup base, because it wouldn't be soup noodle without them. Anyway, let's move on to the next part. Season these noodles. Alrighty, let's crack it open. Now, once I think about it, I think this is dipping sauce for the wontons. I'm not too sure. I'll pour it in a little dipping bowl later and find out. Anyway, it's time to cook these noodles. Okay, let's pour it in. I'm gonna make sure that the water completely submerges the wonton to make sure it's actually ends up soft, not crunchy. I'm gonna pour it up to the line provided in the bowl. There we go. Bam. Now I'm gonna submerge the wontons, make sure everything is nice and cooking. And I'm gonna have to wait 3 arduous minutes. But while we're waiting those 3 arduous minutes though, I'm gonna quickly find out if this is meant to be added to the soup. Alright, here's the little bowl I brought along. You know I gotta do this real quick. Actually, I can't taste. I think I just squeezed it all out. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna see if this looks oily. So it looks like you might add it into the soup, but let's see. I can't tell. Alright, I guess I'll just wait the 3 arduous minutes and I'll add it in if it doesn't taste flavoursome. It's been about 3 minutes, so are you guys ready for the grand opening of Wonton Noodles by the company Maruchan? Oh, and if you just look here really carefully, oh, that's some ASMR action right there. Even though I don't really like ASMR all that much. Pop. Alright, let's mix it up. And I'm gonna quickly taste the soup. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't dipping sauce. There isn't much flavor to it, and this kind of tastes kind of bland. Alright, let's add it in real quick. And I've already said this a bit earlier, but you always have to taste this soup first. Alright, here we go. Oh, now that I added the oil in, it looks a lot more flavoursome. Dark, rich, and flavour. Alrighty, but will it taste rich in flavour? Tastes very clean. The soy sauce that I added in it gives it a bit of a kind of darker, bitter taste to it. Not bitter like charcoal bitter, but kind of like, have you ever had like barbecue soy sauce or burnt soy sauce? Very similar to Gogashi ramen actually. Now I almost burnt my tongue on this one because this is in a foam cup and it really insulates the noodles. I mean the heat. What's my English? Alright, one more sip. Yes, it tastes very clean, although once adding that oil in, it made it really flavoursome as well. You'd be very surprised what fat can do to enhance the flavour. Although, it's not really my favourite soup base, So I'm going to give it approximately above average score of 7 out of 10. Alright, moving on to the noodles. Alrighty then. Bam. Oh, got a bit of meat in there too. Sweet. Bam. The noodles taste like instant noodles, although not the bad kind. It's very al dente when you cook it, especially since it really insulates the heat. The foam cup really insulates the heat. It cooks the noodles perfectly. My English, once again. It's very bouncy, firm, and that's how I like my noodles sometimes. Soggy noodles can be quite disturbing. Alright, one more bite, just see. Yeah, they're alright. The noodles, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 just because it's just behind the borderline of tasting like actual restaurant made noodles. Alright, now let's combine the soup and the noodles and the wonton together. It's time to make the mini noodle hot pot. Oh yeah. First, the water, then the noodles, bam, and now the wontons, which unfortunately just broke apart in my bowl. How disappointing. Okay, this is going to be very hot, so hopefully don't burn myself. Yep, I burnt myself. Oh gosh, this is going to be really tough to eat. Plus 20 for perfect winter's day. But it's not winter here, it's still summer. Chilly, but still warm. Alright, here we go. Ah, it burns! Oh well, I'm gonna have to wait a little longer, sorry. Okay, round 3. It hurt my tongue. So, after burning my tongue, I lost a bit of my taste buds. However, to analyze the texture, you're gonna have to wait for the soup to cool down a little bit. The combination of it all tastes pretty flatline. So, adding that bit of corn in it and a bit of wonton does give it extra texture, and that's what I like about these noodles. So, I'm only gonna give it a tiny upgrade of 7.25 out of 10. Alrighty. I think there's not much else to say about these noodles. There isn't much depth to it. I do recommend eating it just because I recommend eating all noodles because you can be a cheap connoisseur. But yeah, that's all I can think about talking about. Alrighty, I'm really hot in here and I'm about to say, hope you enjoyed watching that episode of The Noodle Hunter. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well to follow me on YouTube. Hit that like button to make my ego inflate a little bit more. And leave a comment behind, or a nasty one as well if you need to rant to a random on the internet. Okay, I'll see you lot all next time.